Here's your photo booth. It's gonna come in a case. This is photo booth A. Each photo booth has a bit of a personality, so we number them all. This is a video about photo booth A. You'll be receiving this one. And this is a setup video, which, unlike written instructions, should be much more helpful. And we do highly suggest you watch this thoroughly from the beginning to the end. Your photo booth is gonna come in this container. Okay, you want to take the photo booth out. The photo booth comes with a power cord, which I'm going to proceed to plug in. Then we're going to take the flash. We're going to put it on top. The bulb is facing away. Now we're going to plug in the flash with this sync cord. Oh, I got to tighten it up as well. There's another cord here for the previous flash we had. It is useless at this point for this one, so we just leave it hanging. Then we're also going to plug in the photo booth. At the back, you see it has its own kind of cord here. You plug it in. And then we're also going to power the flash. So we're going to plug that in. And this power cord is kind of at the front. So what I do is, and I kind of hold it at the back here so it doesn't push on the flash too much. And I plug it in. Now, if it's off, you want to turn it on. There's just like a switch there. After that, before putting the umbrella on, what I do is I turn the photo booth on. So you open up the back. There is on the top right edge of the screen, might be hard to see on the video there, but there's a button. I hold it there for about 2 seconds and let go. Now you don't want to adjust anything else. If there's a problem, like it's not turning on, sometimes one of these cords does get loose. But you do not want to adjust any camera settings because they match the software camera settings. If you adjust them, the photo booth will not work. If something's not turning on, it's most likely just a loose cord. So what I do is just try to make sure, oh yeah, all the cords are connected. They're all visible here. There's a cord to the camera. There's a USB cord. There's a cord there. And there's a power bar with 3 cords, which you can just push in. This happens rarely. Now we're gonna close that up. We're gonna spin the photo booth around. The program actually starts itself. There's one more thing we wanna do, is we wanna grab the umbrella, which will be included in your package. Oh, and the umbrella slides through this hole and also through the hole that's on the stem of the flash. We'll push that through. Oh, let's tighten up a bit more. And that's kind of how it's supposed to look. And the program starts itself. There's some license information. Just click close if you see that. And you're ready to take photos. But before you take photos, what you want to do is click the lock button there. The password to go to the dashboard is 1984. In addition to going to the dashboard where you might be able to change settings, which we don't recommend. Everything will be kind of ready for you. But the important thing here is you want to log in to your Wi-Fi. This is just like any other computer. You'll want to click there, log into your Wi-Fi. If you're unsuccessful, perhaps you're out in the country, everything will still work. The photo booth, photos will be stored on the photo booth, but they won't be instantly received to people's phones after they're done the session. Instead, as soon as the booth is back in Wi-Fi range and connects to Wi-Fi, everyone will still get their photos. It'll just be delayed until that point. So everything will still work, but of course, you want that instant gratification. So ideally log into Wi-Fi if you're able to, if you have Wi-Fi. Once logged in, you can just expand that, clicking the middle button there. Let's do that again really quick. 1984. Once you log into your Wi-Fi, you click the expand button there, and you're ready to take photos. So we'll do a test. Tap the screen to begin. And as you can see, we're taking photos. Now, if you want to adjust the brightness, you can just come here and play with that knob, which adjusts the brightness. Another big thing is if the camera is pointed at a window, we do have a window back here, it's going to affect the brightness significantly compared to if the camera is pointing perhaps at a wall with no window. So that's something to take into consideration. That alone, just a little bit of shifting there, will affect the brightness significantly. Right now the brightness is, we kind of set it to kind of the standard conditions. Now, if you want to send to your phone, you just click your number, and a text message will be sent to the phone, and it'll be received there, and that's it. This will eventually time out and go back to the screen where another group of people can go and take photos, or you can click done, and it just goes back to the screen there. And that's it. I suppose I could show you one more thing. If you go back to the dashboard, if you're still trying to play around with the brightness a bit more, you can go to Tools, and you can go to DSLR camera settings. And here you can adjust your shutter speed, your aperture, ISO, white balance, everything a normal DSLR camera would be able to adjust. Don't do it with the camera. Do not touch the camera. Instead, do it through the software. It'll kind of link to the camera and adjust it accordingly. Here, this is kind of neat because you can take a test photo. Oddly enough, with this test photo, is the resolution of the test photo is much lower than the actual photos being taken afterwards. So sometimes you take the test photo and it's like, oh, that's kind of blurry. That's not going to be the case after you do the test on the main screen. But here you can adjust stuff if you still need to, if the brightness perhaps isn't enough. Maybe it's in a very dark place, you can adjust it there. Otherwise, you can just exit out, expand again, it saves automatically, and you're good to go. Right now, everything is adjusted to like the standard conditions, the most average conditions, and it's ready to go for your rental. Thanks so much, and have a great day. One more thing I would add, is when you pack it back up, just try to take care to make it neat. It should all fit into the container. It fits all into the container neatly. So we do appreciate if you just take the time and make sure it's nice and secure. Thanks so much and have a great day.